really what this community is needing is acknowledgement. I think the basis of what makes incels is involuntary celibacy. Not being heard, seen, chosen, and kind of left by today's society like crumbs that no one wants. And that is harsh, but this is the harsh reality that men are living in, more so than honestly ever before. Now, one indicator of a man being an incel is, of course, maybe his lack of attraction, or maybe he isn't putting enough effort into himself, you guys. I will not allow the incels of our day and age to be victimized in a way that they cannot get out of. You can get out of being an incel, but you have to actually gather the energy to get yourself out of that deep, deep hole. And I don't care who put you in that. Everything in our society today is truly a choice. Now, I am not discounting what it may feel like as a man in our society today that is left behind by the majority of women who are entitled, arrogant, and that have a superiority complex to them. We cannot deny this in our society, you guys. A lot of women are walking around like they're the shit. Because they have an OnlyFans page, or they're an influencer, or they have some sort of hierarchy stature, that it makes them equivalent to being, let's say, a 10 out of 10 woman. Now, what is 10 out of 10 woman? Well, that's subjective. And that's also subjective to the men. But I want to reroute this conversation again into directly the incel community. It is a shame that our women today aren't even becoming aware of what is happening. And that is what I'm doing today. Because I've seen it, I've heard about it, and it truly is depressing. It is depressing. Having the men of our society today feel worthless, purposeless, like they don't belong here. Now, in today's culture, a lot of these men on the back burner, what do you expect them to do? Could you imagine what it feels like to have zero attraction? To not be attractive? Let's call it out. Are incels attractive? Well, I'm not sure. Obviously, attraction is based upon person to person. But I will not discount every human being's worthiness of getting out of shitty situations. But we have to stop. We have to stop blaming our women. We have to stop blaming our men. And we have to take accountability for what we're in. Now, for the men who feel unseen, unheard, worthless in our society, what are you doing about it? Now, a lot of the times being comfortable allows us to sit back and just kind of allow life to take its course on us. Without knowing, the course is all based upon the limiting beliefs you're putting onto yourself, or the very things you are attached to within your mindset that makes you feel the way you feel. If you are identified as an incel, you will follow that trajectory upon your life. Now, what does an incel do? Well, do you have any social skills? Do you have any community around you that has nothing to do with getting women, but just friendships? Do you even know how to talk to women in today's culture? Where's your confidence level at? If you're in your room all day gaming, looking at a screen, not incorporating the gym into your life, perhaps intellectual wisdom into your brain, well, why would you have motivation to get you out of where you're at today? And it is a flaw that we do not acknowledge these men, that we do not support these men, that we just allow our men to figure it out, because that's what men are supposed to do, is to shut up and figure it out. And I want to recall that. I want to bring acknowledgement. I want to bring you guys a level of being seen in this video. And my intention is not to come off as harsh or to sugarcoat whatever experience you're going through, because the amount of male suicide rate is higher than ever, So this is an issue in our society today that needs to be touched on in a serious manner. Okay? I am all for women's empowerment, okay? But to what extent? To what extent? But if they are not in a genuine state of not delusion, the more that women are applauded for being that bad women's empowerment, even if you're like obese, etc. Now these women are being programmed that they are deserving of that 10 out of 10 man, or that hierarchy of a man, leaving literally the majority of men with no one. If all women are chasing this ideal sort of man, we need to come back down to earth at some point. And obviously, you guys, I'm not discounting. I mean, if a woman wants to feel good and she wants this type of man, etc., that's okay. Again, I have no control about what anyone does with their life. All I have control of is my personal reality. But for me, I can't go a day without speaking my truth that needs to be addressed. Come on. I'm so fed up, honestly, in today's society of the arrogance of our women. The arrogance that is being programmed into the female brain. That it's all about them. It's all about women's rights. It's all about women's empowerment. It's all about, oh, well, when a woman wants to be victim, let's placate to her victimhood. But when a man's in that position, he needs to buck up, he needs to be motivated, he needs to get going. And that's somewhat true. But why isn't that the case for women? Why do we coddle women more than men? Now, I'm not saying a man will ever be empowered in a 100% coddled way. I won't do that for you men. But what I will do is acknowledge where you are at right now in your life. And being an incel, being involuntary celibate, it's probably hard. It's probably really rough. And I'm sure you're maybe thinking, what the hell do you know, Maya? What the hell do you know about having no one being attracted to you, having zero social skills, going outside and feeling like a ghost because no one ever sees me? Maybe there's a lack of kindness. And I'm sorry for that. I am sorry for the things that you have been through in this life. But sorry won't cut it. I acknowledge you, men, but don't make what you are in worse by believing that this is all that's for you in this life. It's not. You are worth so much more than becoming a void in your own psyche. Having avoidance to yourself because that's what you think you are deserving of. Because everyone else in your life has avoided you. We must turn this avoidance, this emptiness, I'm sure this anger as well, into something that pushes you forward onto a path of success. And it saddens me as well because it truly is a backlash on how women have treated our men in today's society. We can't put someone down and expect them not to fight back. And this is in ways that's all based on social media, that's based upon a man's anger towards women in today's society. Men are getting fed up, and it's actually causing a lot of danger to a lot of people's lives. Not only suicide rates, but harm of women from the men who feel this amount of anger towards the women. Now, obviously, this needs to be checked. This needs to be understood. And I'm not ever advocating for any sort of violence to occur, because the more violence that you bring into the space where you feel unseen, unheard, and you use all of that as an attack towards someone else, you are falling deeper into that pit of self-hatred. And it may feel good because at least you're feeling some sort of empowerment, because anger is actually above the emotional scale than shame and depression. So when you do feel that anger, Channel it in a way that actually makes you into a human being worth something. Worth something. What can you do? Can you make, if you're someone who's feels alone, depressed, like no one's there for them, can you make maybe a space where you can actually vent your thoughts for other people to relate to? For women maybe to see what's happening? But if you're hiding behind a screen constantly, hating on women without being seen at all because you don't want to be seen, that's going to have a level of arrogance to you, but also a lack of confidence to the real world. And the real world is what is needing our energy, our attention. It's not social media. It's not gaining likes, follows, all of this shit. It starts in the real world, addressing real issues. And I am here for addressing real issues. And in this video, I truly made it because I wanted to bring some attention to this community, because I feel like there's a total unacknowledgement towards it. And I think it's growing and growing and growing. And when it grows and grows, there will be a level of backlash that will occur if we do not tend to the very issues that have been swept under the rug. I think what women need to understand is that there's a lot of men alone, a lot of men depressed, a lot of men feeling purposeless in this world. And I'm not saying every single woman has a part in this, because we've been programmed to think this way about, it's all about the woman. It's all about women's rights. It's all about woman activism. And we got to flip that script, because it's out of balance right now. And I think men need us more than ever. And I think men are needing the woman's presence more than ever. One that has nothing to do with an inflated ego that a lot of women walk around with. Humble yourself. Humble and humility are some of the most respectable traits within people. For you are not allowing what you gain, what you possess, the stature of who you are, make you see another human being in a less than way, because we are all connected and we are all worth something. But directly to the people who can relate to being an incel, don't allow this world to shut you up, to tear you down, and to throw you out like garbage. Envision the future where you're at the top, where you actually take care of yourself and you start loving the person you are, and you don't abuse yourself like others did to you. You eat healthy foods. You listen to things that make you feel good about yourself and that motivate you and inspire you to a new life. Take care of yourself, and I mean that. Work out. Don't chase comfortability. Allow yourself to be in uncomfortable situations. That will build strength and resilience to keep you on this path of self-improvement, because you're worth it. So I hope this video helped you guys today. I hope it brought some attention to this topic. And I really do care. So if you liked today's video and it touched you in some way, please let me know. And I will see you in my next one. Bye.